How is everyone, alright? Well, just like to say a fucking well done to everyone at Open today. Well done to you all. Fair fucking play to you. And we need to continue this. So again on Monday, from Monday onwards, everyone needs to be open again. You need to take to the streets. You need to support your local businesses. You need to avoid and boycott big main corporate stores like Asda, Sainsbury's, etc. Use local little shops. I normally use the Sainsbury's across the road from me at the studio, and I'm going to be boycotting them as well too. I've got a fucking fresh fruit place right next to me, so I'm going to start using them. So anyway, this message really, it's this one's for the police in particular, and the council, and any other corporate companies, corporations. I just want to educate you maybe a little bit on law, because there seems to be some sort of confusion with you guys. There really does. So I need you to understand about jurisdictions. So I stand under the jurisdiction of law of the land, and your so-called law, what you class as law, stand under jurisdiction of the water. It's maritime admiralty law. It's not the same thing. So I just want to point out that common law is natural law, constitutional law, God's law. You know, it's real law. It's do no harm, loss, damage, no breach of peace. You know, it's simple, and it's in English. It's spoken in English, not legalese. So that's real law. What you're trying to call law has the name law written at the end of it, but it's not actually law. It's contract law. It's not real law. It's contract law. It's corporation law. So your laws can only stand with another corporation. You cannot contract with me because I'm not a corporation. I'm not my fucking fictional entity that you fraudulently made up in my name when I was born. So that's contract law that you're trying to push so that you're not in your jurisdiction. Because I stand under the jurisdiction of land, not water. So law of the land, not law of the water. All these acts of parliament, statute laws and legislation all fall under maritime law, which is contract law, not real law. It's ideas written on paper. Now, a corporation cannot contract with a living entity. It can only contract with another corporation. And that other corporation, if you were trying to contract with me, would be my birth certificate, which I have already made clear to every one of you, council and police. That is not me. That is my legal fiction. That was the fraud committed against me at birth, and the fraud committed against each and every one of us at birth, and the fraud that's going to come out. And it is coming out. It's really coming out. So you cannot contract with me. And this is why I cautioned one of your officers today under the constitutional caution card. You have officially been cautioned under constitutional law, common law, law of the land, real law, not your poxy fake maritime, dead at sea, fake corporation law, which is nothing. The trouble is with our laws all being in English, and your law is spoken in a completely different language called legalese. It's there to confuse us and trick us into this extra fraud that you commit on us by extorting money from us, by trying to fine us, tax us, and lots of other stuff. So you're all complicit in fraud. Massively complicit in fraud, and this is coming out. It's coming out. So I really need you to understand that when you come and harass me at my studio and harass people outside of my studio, I'm going to help educate each and every one of these people and yourselves on the difference between your contract law and my real law, our real law, the only fucking real law, which is common law, constitutional law, God's law, natural law, whatever one you want to choose it. It's fucking organic. It's living. It's for the living, not for the dead at sea. Your contract law is completely different. It makes us dead at sea. Maritime law and our birth certificates makes us dead at sea. Makes us a corporation. Corporations can only fucking contract with another corporation, not a living entity. And your law will only work if we consent. Your law, and you know this, and you need to look into this, because you try and trick us into consenting with legalese. So you already know you're committing fraud. You already know there is no meeting of the minds. There is no contract between us. And you trick us into getting into contract with you. Just be aware that we are now aware of all this. It's been hidden for so many years. We are very aware. And even if you're not, we fucking are. And I just want to point out that anyone complicit will be stripped to their assets when common law is in full effect. And we're talking this year. We're talking this year. Stuff is happening. Big stuff. And there's nothing you can do about it. Because this mass fraud makes everything that you've done to us from birth illegal, unlawful. And that's a fact. And that's a fact. Look up clauses 39 and 40 in UK Parliament under Magna Carta. UK Parliament page. Clauses 39 and 40 under the Magna Carta. Because, yeah, it's in the Parliament page. So, anyone sitting there screaming common law's not real, you're fucking misinformed and uneducated. And that's a fact too. You really need to do it. I just want to point out that to all you police officers, or policy officers might I add, because you are a service corporation. You are a profit organisation. It's that simple. The same as the UK is. The same as the fucking monarch is now. The UK is a fucking corporation. You cannot come up and demand money. Just like me. I can't come up and demand money from people. You must have a tattoo. And if you don't, I'm going to fine you. If you don't come into my shop right now and have a tattoo, I'm going to fine you £200. You know, I can't do it. Because when I'm working, I'm a corporation. And I can't do that. Just like the government can't fucking do it, because that's a corporation too. Just like you can't do it, because you're a service corporation too. You're a public servant, and that's a fact. You are not the law. You are meant to uphold the law. You swear an allegiance to the crown, which is fucking useless anyway. But you swear your oath under common law. While we're on the fucking subject of your oaths, I'm not seeing many of you standing under your oath, if I'm honest. None at all. So I just want to remind you of your oath. So I'm going to read this out for you because you police nowadays don't seem to know it. And you don't seem to want to acknowledge that you have an oath. Which just goes to show even more that you're not for the people. You're for the corporation. You're for the council. You're for the government. Which makes you complicit in fraud. And crimes against humanity at the end of the day, really. If you're going to push this, and people are dying because their fucking businesses are failing and they're committing suicide, that's you complicit. You're helping, you're aiding and abetting, in your terms, to that crime. And that is a crime under your corporation law, your contract law, isn't it? So anyway, I just want to remind you of this, just in case any of you have forgotten. So here's your oath. I do solemnly and sincerely declare and affirm that I will well and truly serve the Queen in the office of Constable with fairness, integrity, diligence and impartiality, upholding fundamental human rights and according to equal respect to all people. Not persons, people. I'm people, not a person. Person's a legal fiction. So respect all people, and that I will, to the best of my power, cause the peace to be kept and preserved, and prevent all offences against people and property. I'm people, my shop's property. My belongings are property. And that while I continue to hold the said office, I will, to the best of my skill and knowledge, discharge all duties thereof faithfully, according to law. Not legislation, according to law. Acts of Parliament, statute law, and legislation is not law. Your contract law and corporation law has to have our consent for it to work. For you to be able to endorse stuff on us and extort stuff from us and fine us and arrest us, you have to have our consent. If there's been no crime committed, there is no fucking reason for arrest. If there is no victim, there is no crime. I really suggest you guys start looking into this, because as much as I'm aware, you might not be aware that you're getting fucked over too. All them taxes you've been paying, all the mortgage rates you've been paying, all the stuff you've been doing, and paying out in your life has also been fraudulent against you too. So you put on that uniform and you do as you're told and you follow the orders of the government. The same fucking government that's rinsing the back end out of you. Put your badge to one side and your fucking number on your collars to one side for a minute. And think about your family and your children. Do you want your children doing this same fucking shit and going through the same shit as we've been put through? Do you? Because you're fucking pushing it. You're fucking pushing it and you're complicit with it. And we, the people, are going to hold you personally fucking accountable in your personal capacity. And that's a fact. Not by your badge number. You're not going to be able to hide behind the police force. They're not going to be able to protect you. You, the living man or the woman, are the ones that's going to be paying the price for your corporation, which is your birth certificate. When we fucking contract with you, when we consent with you, we are admitting that we're going to take the fall, basically, for our birth certificates. When you don't consent, and you're not willing to take the fall for this fucking unlawful thing that was done to you at birth, they can't fucking do nothing to you. They can't fine you. They can't arrest you. They might still arrest you, but it'd be an unlawful arrest, and there is ways you can get back for this. You could be handsomely paid out for all these fucking nonsense they're putting you through. So for the police, I'm just asking you, you're quick enough to come out and do as you're told for the government. Why don't you do what's right for your family and for the people? Because soon you're not going to have anything to hide behind. You're really not. And under that uniform, you are just people too. The trouble is, when you're in that uniform, you're the corporation. And when you don't understand about the birth certificate fraud that's been made upon you, you're still the corporation. When you step away from that, you're a living entity. Then you start fucking living. You need to sort yourselves out, guys. You need to leave me the fuck alone for a change. I don't give a fuck. You can keep coming all you want. But today I made a special fucking point of making sure we had everything on digital cameras, removable SD cards, because you know they can be used in court, don't you? And that phone video evidence is not admissible in court, is it? Because it can be doctored and changed. It has to be straight off a raw SD card. We can still record you on our phones and show the people what you do. That's why we still do it. But today I made sure that everything was done on recordable fucking SD cards on digital cameras for that reason. So I suggest you fucking leave me alone. You've been cautioned, and now I'm warning you again in this video. I'm not only just trying to warn you, I'm trying to get you to think fucking straight. Think logical, like what you're meant to be doing as a police officer, as a police constable. Start standing under your oath of office, because so far I've seen fucking none of you do it. Your oath of office. If you can't fucking recite it or remember it, go back and fucking read it. And ask yourself, look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what I done today and every other day I've done this, was I acting under my oath of office? Truth be told, you fucking ain't. And that's going to be fucking used against you in a court of law, common law. And that's a fact. I suggest you have a little word with yourselves and go and do a bit of research, guys. I really do. I really do. I don't care if you like me or not. I'm not trying to be a cunt to you. I'm trying to fucking help you. Go and do some research. They've done this to you guys.